Yoga for Recovery, Realization, and Resilience. My name is Brian, and I'm delighted to be here with you this evening. For this class, we're going to call Gentle Awakening. So we're going to begin with a breath practice or two to get ourselves centered and balanced, and then we'll move in through some movements with the mindset of being kind to yourself and gentle with yourself. And then we'll finish with a twist and some nice integrated rest. So we'll be here about 50 minutes, give or take, once we get started. As always, we will start with grounding, landing, centering with raising gratitude and setting intention. And so let us do that. Let's come immediately into a supported posture. Whatever that looks like for you, whatever that means for you, take a moment to bring yourself into that. Come into this place, come into this space, come into the present moment by coming into your body. Feel into whatever part of your body is in contact with something. Maybe your feet are flat on the floor, maybe your side legs are against the floor, maybe your sits bones are rooted into the floor or onto a mat or onto a cushion. Whatever part of your body is touching something, feel into that physical sensation of connection at that part of your body and open your awareness to that physical sensation of connection being support. Our first guiding principle, support, precedes action. Find your supports in this posture and then open your mind to the possibility that support is always available in the moment, simply by feeling into your connection to the earth. And then imagine you could root into those places of connection. And from rooting down through those places of connection, you can lengthen through the side body, lengthen through the spine, lengthen through the crown of the head. Experiment with tucking your chin and shaking your head to feel the release at the back of the neck so that you can feel the full length of your spine from the base to the crown. And notice the sensation that occurs in your body when you elongate and align the spine. And keeping the spine elongated and aligned, I invite you to come into the body by turning your awareness to your breath. Find your inhale as it appears underneath your nasal passages and begin to breathe in and out through the nostrils. Following your inhale into your body, wherever it may go, following your exhale out, emptying completely. And holding your awareness right there, be right there as the next inhale appears and the next exhale goes. And just take a moment here to feel into what it is like to be present with the breath, to be sitting and breathing, knowing that you're breathing in, sitting and breathing, knowing that you're breathing out. Feeling in that full connection of your awareness to your breath. On your next inhale, I invite you to float your hands to your heart in a way that brings awareness to your heart space. And then to allow to arise in your heart space a sense of gratitude. Any one thing for which you are grateful today, perhaps for you, just the possibility of gratitude. And whatever it is that arises when gratitude is called forth, I invite you to see that clearly in your mind's eye and to anchor your gratitude in your heart space and to hold it there for the duration of our practice today. And then before we start, lastly, if you choose to, I'll invite you to set an intention for your practice today. Perhaps a simple intention to just be right there with each inhale, or to just keep your gratitude anchored in your heart space. And whatever your intention is, I invite you now to state it to yourself. Hear yourself in your mind's ear as you state your intention in a clear and declarative voice as if it is already done. And listening for the echoes of your intention, I invite you to take a full inhale. And as you exhale, if you choose to, allow your chin to drop toward your grateful and intentional heart and offer a benediction to seal your intention as I say, Namo, Namaste. And then release your hands, lift your chin. Reestablish your seat, find yourself in your supported set, change your crisscross if you like. We're going to be seated for a couple minutes. We're going to do a couple of breaths here to get ourselves grounded and centered. And so if you need to cross your legs, change your crisscross of your leg or adjust yourself in any way, take a moment to do that. And then we're going to begin with this very simple breath opening, this very simple breath that I learned last week, and I've come to like it. It's like the breath of the day or the breath of the week. But anyway, so we're going to breathe a full inhale through the nostrils. And then we're going to purse the lips into an O shape, and then we're going to exhale out the mouth. Then we're going to breathe a full inhale through the nostrils. And we're going to purse the lips and split the exhale into two parts out the mouth. And then we're going to breathe a full inhale. And then we're going to split the exhale into three parts out the mouth. Now you're going to find your rhythm as we continue this, inhaling through the nose. And yes, you guessed it, four-part exhale. Inhale through the nose. Five-part exhale. Inhale through the nose. Six-part out the mouth. One more here. Inhale through the nose. And seven-part out the mouth. Now inhale through the mouth. Exhale out the nostrils. Inhale through the mouth. Two-part exhale out the nostrils. Inhale through the mouth. Three-part exhale out the nostrils. Inhale through the mouth. Four-part exhale, nostrils. Inhale, mouth. Exhale, five, nose. Inhale, mouth. Exhale, six, nose. Inhale, mouth. Exhale, seven, nostrils. Inhale. Gently retain this breath while lifting at the base of the spine, at the pelvic bowl, at the heart, relaxing the shoulders, tucking the chin. Be very still here. Hands on the knees, thumb and forefinger lightly touching. Be very still. Notice your experience. Notice what's shifted for you. Notice how that one simple breath practice can make a powerful shift in how we are feeling and how we are being. And then release your lift, release your breath. Take a cleansing breath, full inhale. Complete exhale. Allow the breath to just settle back to whatever's normal for you. Just be still for a moment. Okay, now. All right, our next breath. Variation on alternate nostril breath. We're going to inhale through the left nostril and exhale through the left nostril. We're going to do that for 1 minute, then we'll switch. We'll inhale through the right nostril. We'll exhale through the right nostril for 1 minute, and then we'll switch and we'll inhale both nostrils and exhale both nostrils for 1 minute. And then we'll come to our retention breath. So you'll find your rhythm and your pace and your breath. We use mental awareness to bring awareness to the left or right or both nostrils. If you'd like to add a hand mudra to physically block the non-used nostril, that's absolutely okay, but not required. You'll find your own rhythm. Your body is very still. Your awareness is on the breath in the nostril or nostrils. Your focus is at the brow point if your eyes are closed, or just beyond the tip of your nose if your eyes are narrow. So let's take a cleansing breath to prepare. Full inhale. Complete exhale. And then let's bring our awareness to the left nostril and let us begin to breathe in and out through the left nostril. Finding your own rhythm, your own pace, your own breath, your own practice. You're in the privacy of your own space. Just be in your own self. Do the best you can with what you have for you. Listen to the wisdom of your body. Honor that wisdom by giving your body what it's asking for. And just feel yourself being in your space. We work in all of our practices. Our desire is to be calm and steady and focused on the breath and moving within our own body. On your next inhale, take a full inhalation and bring your awareness to your right nostril and exhale and inhale through the right nostril. Again, finding your own rhythm and noticing your rhythm may be different on this side than on the other side, and that's absolutely okay also. This is a balancing breath, a form of balancing breath, balancing the hemispheres of the brain, the left and right primary channels of the body for energy flow. On your next inhale, take a full inhalation. And then exhale out both nostrils and inhale through both nostrils. Again, finding your rhythm, which may be different than the previous rhythm, because now you are integrated both nostrils here and just being in your own practice here. On your next inhale, take a full inhalation. And gently retain this breath while lifting at the base of the spine, at the pelvic bowl, at the heart, relaxing the shoulders, tucking the chin. So engage your root lock and your chin lock. The Mula Bandha, the Jala Bandha. Be very still. Notice your experience. Notice what shifted for you. Notice the shift from your last shift. Notice the difference in this practice versus the previous one. Notice where you're feeling. Just notice your experience here. And as you are ready, release your lift, your locks, release your breath. Take a cleansing breath, full inhale. Complete exhale. Let the breath just return to whatever's normal for you at this point. Be very still. Just sit for a moment. Check in with your gratitude. Check in with your intention. Perhaps, like me, you notice a profound shift. Just a couple minutes of breath can make a huge difference. Your next inhale, take a full inhalation. And then as you exhale, make your way to your mat. Now, remembering our movement directive, if you will, for today is gentle or kind. Imagine what it's like to be kind. We're going to start standing today. I'm just going to bring ourselves standing. And I just want you to just march in place a little bit. Just walk in place a little bit. Just shake a little bit in place. Shake out any stiffness that might have occurred. Excuse me. Maybe a little stiffness from that sit. Maybe not. You know, maybe you've been running all day and you're all warmed up, and that's all good too. Maybe you've been sitting all day and you need a little movement. Maybe shake out the legs a little bit. You shake out the arms a little bit. Just get yourself a little bit loose here. And roll the shoulders, nod the head, find yourself here. And then bring your feet underneath your hips. Now, a lot of us think our hips are as wide as our, but they're not. Find the hip pointer, that hip bone at the front of your hip girdle, and then make your feet come underneath that hip pointer. Parallel the outside part of your feet with the top and bottom of your mat, or sides of your mat if you're facing the long way, it doesn't matter. And then we're just going to root down. Again, find your feet. Maybe pick up your toes and then feel into the inside and outside of the ball of the foot, the inside and outside of the heel of the foot. Maybe a little rock back and forth to feel that fully. And then go ahead and place the toes down and notice the additional support that comes from the toes. Feel into your support. What is it like to be supported in this moment? All right, and then we're going to inhale. Bring your hands to prayer initially. Check in with your gratitude and your intention. Press the palms, lift the elbows a little bit. Bring the shoulder blades together behind you. Drop the shoulders away from the ear. Lift the chin so it's parallel with the sternum. Feel that full length of the spine. Imagine you can pull your heels toward each other. Feel that engagement on the inside of the thighs, sort of rolling up on the inside of the calves and thighs into the groin. Lift out of the heart, lift out of the waist. Roll the shoulders down, lift the crown high. Feel yourself standing tall on your mat. Take an inhale. And an exhale. On the inhale, let the hands float up. And if you have a choice, you can press the palms, you can interlace the fingers and steeple the index finger, you can grab the opposite wrist with the thumb and forefinger, whichever works best for you. But take your hands slightly toward the wall behind you so that you feel like your biceps are framing the ears. It may feel like you're reaching into a back bend, but in fact, you're just reaching straight up. And you take a full inhale here and get long. And then as you exhale, just let your body lean to the right. So bump the left hip a little bit, but keep the legs long. Notice the tendency of the right knee to want to break here. So maybe keep the legs straight. Stay long out of that bottom arm. Notice the tendency to dip that bottom arm. Stay long out of both arms. And just lean. Let your body go where it goes. Take a full inhale here. A complete exhale. Inhale, come back to center. Again, get long. And exhale. Now, if you're grasping your wrist, switch to grasping wrist, but lean to the left. Bumping the right hip, maybe staying long out of the left leg and the left arm while you reach long across the body here, letting the body go where it goes, feeling that big stretch along the right side body. And then breathing in Breathing out. Inhale, come back to center, get long. And then exhale, just let yourself feel as if you're going into a back bend. Maybe it's just a very subtle move. Maybe you don't move at all. Maybe just feel your fingers maybe moving towards the crease in the wall and ceiling behind you. Opening here, full inhale. And complete exhale. Inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, release your hands to the chest. Press the palms, drop the shoulders, full inhale. And then exhale, release the hands alongside the thighs, turn the palms forward and roll the shoulders up and down. Breathe here, full inhale. Complete exhale. All right, inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, lean to the left. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, lean to the right. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, slight back bend. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, release the hands down. Roll the shoulders, take a breath. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Step your feet out a little bit wider than the hips, maybe shoulder width apart. Take your arms out, shoulder level, palms forward. Bend the knees slightly. Feel your supports underneath you. As you inhale, just twist your body to the left. Bring the right hand to cover the heart. On the exhale, twist your body to the right. Bring the left hand to cover the heart. So we're inhaling left, exhaling right. Gentle movement here. Kind to ourselves. We're twisting the body, rotating that spine. So we did some lateral movement. Now we're doing some rotational movement. In a moment, we'll do a little bit of, we'll get to that in a minute. Just stay with this for a moment. Very gentle with the breath. Inhale, exhale, all right. One more time here. Inhale, back to center. Bring the hands over the heart. Exhale, release the hands. Walk the feet in a little tighter, so maybe just wider than the hips here. And then we're going to root down. So imagine you're seated back into a high stool, right? You're just a little bit of bend in your knees so that you can see that your tops of your thighs are visible to you. Your toes are available in front of your knees. You're going to bring your hands onto your tops of your thighs, just above your knees for support. We're going to lengthen through the spine here. So, and then we're going to do the our cat posture here. So we're going to inhale. We're going to let the lower spine arch, let the heart come forward, let the crown rise. And then we're going to exhale. We're going to round the spine, roll the hips under, let the chin come toward the chest. Continuing to root down, feeling that support from the hands pressing down through the feet. Inhale, arch and lift. Exhale, round and release. Begin to move with your rhythm, your pace, your breath, and your practice. Feeling the spine begin to loosen up. One more here. Inhale. Exhale, round and release. Tuck the chin. And then straighten the legs, roll the shoulders, let the palms come forward. Bring the feet up so that the toes are pointed slightly out, maybe slightly wider than the hips, giving yourself full support here as we prepare for some squats. Now, your squat is to the point where, I'm going to turn sideways so you can see this, where your heels begin to come off the mat. So for some of you, maybe you have a chair or a bolster, you want to use that for support. You place your hands on the chair or the back or on the bolster, and then you're just, whatever, maybe it's just a couple inches of squat. It's okay. That's your practice. That's where you are, finding your particular squat. If your heels start to come up, that's your edge. That's where you want to be. All right. Now, alternately, if you're not able to go all the way up and down, you can take your hands out in front of you. From the shoulders, palms down for balance. Counterbalancing here. And then as you exhale, you're just going to come into a squat. And as you inhale, you'll rise up. So whatever level of squat is available for you, you'll be moving to that rhythm, that pace, that breath, and that practice. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Few more here. Just be in it, moving with your breath. Remember, gentle and kind. Inhale up. Exhale, release the hands, bring the feet underneath the hips, turn the palms forward, roll the shoulders, and allow everything to settle. Be very still. Maybe you notice your breath picked up a little bit of intensity there. Maybe like me, your breath got a little ragged. Maybe you feel the heat from your core through your hip girdle. Maybe you feel that energy moving around the internal part of the lower body, the torso, the abdomen. Maybe not. Notice what you're feeling. Take an inhale here. And an exhale here. Breathe in. Breathe out. A full inhalation. A complete exhale. Let's take the feet out wide, past the shoulders. Turn the toes in slightly. Press into the outer part of the feet to feel that extension. Press back through the hips. As you inhale, get long. As you exhale, hinge forward from the hips. Press the hips back. Let the crown come toward the mat. Bring your hands underneath your face, maybe to a block, bolster if you need, maybe to the floor. Maybe you don't reach the floor. That's okay. Finding wide-legged forward fold here, just breathing into this first inversion of the day. Head is now below the heart. And we're allowing ourselves to feel into the outer part of the legs, opening and extending through the hips and thighs, calves, and ankles. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. A full inhalation. A complete exhale. On your inhale, lift your crown forward, lengthen through the crown, feel the length through the side body. On your exhale, walk your hands over towards your left knee, bending your left knee. So we're walking supported, walk, left knee bent, right leg is strong and supported. Maybe you roll to the ball, or excuse me, to the heel of the right foot and your right toes come up. Maybe not. Maybe you keep your right foot planted. Left foot is planted, left heel is down. Hands are supporting you here. Breathing into that stretch on the left side body, the left leg. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale here. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. Inhale, begin to straighten the left leg, walk the hands back underneath the face, get long through the crown. Exhale, walk your hands over toward the right knee as you bend the right knee. And again, keeping the right heel down. Maybe the left heel rolls, maybe not. Keeping that left foot planted, maybe. Supporting ourselves on our hands, breathing here. Big stretch in the left thigh, full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, walk your hands back to center, straighten the legs. Get long through the crown as you exhale. Turn your fingers toward the wall behind you. Walk your hands back between your legs. Bring your crown toward the mat. Fullest expression of your wide-legged forward fold. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. Inhale, walk your hands back underneath the face, lift through the crown. Walk your left foot in. So heel turn your left foot in underneath the hip and then come down onto the left knee. Bring your hands to prayer or to your hips. Extend your right leg long. Moving into our circle and gate pose here. So on the inhale, the arms will go high. On the exhale, you're just going to let yourself lean over that extended right leg. Now you might release that right hand, the lower hand down on top of the thigh. Maybe your left hand reaches across, bicep framing the ear. Left foot is down and planted. Legs long. Breathe here. Inhaling. And exhaling. Breathing in. Breathing out. A full inhale. A complete exhale. On your inhale, bring your hands back together, straighten the torso, and then allow the left hand to come down, maybe to the mat, maybe to the block, maybe just to your hip. Support yourself as you need to. Lean over to the left. The left hand, excuse me, the right hand, right arm extending over, bicep framing the ear. Right leg is still long, right foot is still flat. We're breathing. We're just lengthening out, so it's counter lengthen. Breathe in here. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. Inhale, come back to center, lifting the arms up, release the hands down to the waist. Bring the right foot in. Put the right knee down underneath the hip and extend the left leg out. Inhale, take the arms high. On the exhale, lean to your left over that long left leg. Maybe that left arm drops on top of the thigh. Maybe the right arm extends across the head. Bicep frames the ear. Maybe you look up under that right armpit and you breathe in. And you breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, lean to the right. If that right hand comes down to your waist or to a block or maybe to the floor, you're leaning over to the right. Left arm is crossed, bicep framing the ear. Maybe you look up under the left armpit and extend through that left leg and breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. Inhale. Come back to center, arms up. Exhale, release the hands. And then bring that that left foot back in so the knees are underneath the hips. I'll turn sideways here so you can see this. Preparing for our half camel. Now maybe you have a block. You have options here. Maybe you curl the toes of your feet to press back through the ball. Maybe that lifts the heels a little for you. Maybe you put a block back there between your ankles. But initially, I'd like you to just bring your hands to the SI joint, the heel of the palm to the SI joint. That's the top of the buttocks. So imagine you're putting your hands into invisible pockets at the back of your pants. And then imagine you're moving your hips forward. No pressing with the hands. Just imagine you're moving your hips. It might just be like 1 inch. Just imagine it. Maybe it's just an imagination. And then lift out of the waist. Lift out of the heart. Lift out of the crown. Take the left hand high, bicep by the ear. Get long through the fingers. Inhale. And exhale. Maybe release that right hand behind the back towards the left hip. Or maybe your right hand comes back towards your ankle or even to the block. Or maybe just keep it on your hip. It's all good. Find this. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. On your inhale, switch the arms. Take the right arm high, left hand to the hip, or behind the back to the right hip, or to the block, or to the heel, or wherever, as you find your length. And then inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. Inhale, take both arms high, and then if you like, let both hands drop back to the heels or to the block, or maybe not. And just take a breath here. A full inhale. A complete exhale. If you have a block back there, come back to neutral. Remove your block. If you do have a block back there, bring your knees a little closer together, bring your heels closer together, and then just gently sit back toward your heels just for a moment here. And then continue to round. So round through the spine, drop the chin toward the chest, roll the hips under. Counter pose here, take a breath. Inside out. Inhale here. Exhale here. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. Come back to neutral. Now, if it's uncomfortable to sit on your heels, you have a couple of options. You can roll your mat and place that rolled up part of your mat underneath the tops of your feet, if that's what's bothering you. You can bring your block underneath your calves and back of your thighs and sits bones. You can take your bolster and place it underneath your buttocks. Just find yourself appropriate posture. We're going to be here for a minute. All right. The arms are going to come up. The palms will press. The fingers will interlace. The index fingers will point. The right thumb will cross over the left. Biceps will frame the ear. We'll get long here. And then we're just going to be in a breath of fire for 1 minute here. So feeling into this connection long. Imagine you're an antenna and you're just grabbing that signal from above. So let us take a cleansing breath. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale to begin. And exhale, breath of fire. Find your rhythm, your pace. So we're using the diaphragm unless we are pregnant or on our menstrual cycle, in which case we're just doing long, deep breathing. Other than that, we're using the diaphragm here to enhance the breath. Feeling the exhale as you pull down and back. Feeling the inhale as you release out and up. Long through the fingers, extending through the crown. Feel that connection. Your rhythm, your pace, your breath, your practice. On your next inhale, take a full inhalation, extend through the fingers, get long, engage your root lock, lift at the base of the spine, relax the shoulders, tuck the chin, be very still. Let everything come to the center of your being. Calm, steady, focused on the breath. Moving within our own body. As you need to, release your locks, release your lift, release your hands down. For a moment, take the palms to the back of the thighs, bring the thumb and forefinger together, take a cleansing breath, full inhale. Sigh it out, complete exhale. And then release your hands. Take your knees wide and let your torso come forward, coming into your wisdom pose. Take your hands back by your feet, palms up. Maybe use a block to support your forehead here if you need to. Maybe rotate a little bit of temple to temple, massaging the forehead, releasing the lower back, releasing the shoulders, relaxing the arms. Now, try to keep your shoulders from resting on your thighs. You actually want to try to release the shoulders entirely. So maybe feeling with that for a moment. This is our wisdom pose, our child's pose. Take a breath here. And sigh it out. A full inhale. A complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale here. On your inhale, walk your hands forward, finding extended child's pose. Pop up on the fingertips, feel the underside of the arms and the armpits being extended. Breathe in and then let the heel of the palm and the fingertips come to the mat. Press into that. As you inhale, come up into your tabletop. And then as you exhale, come, where do you want to go from here? I'm sorry. Curl the toes of your feet, I'm sorry, and press back through your heels. Press into the fingertip and the heel of the palm. Rock your hips back a little bit. Press into the ball of the feet. Maybe feel the knees lift. Continue to press back and up with the hips, letting the crown drop toward the mat, pressing the chest and stomach back toward the thighs, letting the heels drop toward the bottom of your mat. This is your downward dog. Take a full inhale here. And a complete exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. Check your alignment by inhaling to a plank, and if you need to make some slight adjustments in order to get balance in your plank, pressing back through the heels and long through the crown, do so. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Now you have option here, moving into side plank. So the supported posture would be to drop the left knee in the top of the left foot. Bring the right foot behind the left foot. Side of the foot is down. Press back into the right foot. Inhale here. Bring the hand to the chest as you rotate the shoulders and stack them. And then just be here. Maybe you take your right arm toward the ceiling. Maybe you look up and see your right thumb. This is your supported side plank. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. A full inhalation. A complete exhale. Bring your right hand back to the chest. Rotate the shoulders back parallel to the mat, and then bring the right hand down underneath the right shoulder. Rotate to the ball of the right foot. Bring the right knee down. Press back into your tabletop. Inhale here. Exhale, curl the toes, lift the hips up and back, press back, downward facing dog. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Moving to the other side, inhale to your plank. And let's do supported again. Drop the right knee to the top of the right foot. Bring the left foot behind the right foot. Press into the outside of the left foot. Feel the length through the crown as you bring the left hand to the chest, stacking the shoulders. Rotating the torso, opening the heart. Be here, or maybe take the left hand high. Supported side plank, breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale here. Exhale here. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. Bring the left hand back to the chest, rotate the shoulders. Bring the left hand down, the left knee back in. Inhale here, press back, downward facing dog, full inhalation. Complete exhale. Inhale, look up between the hands. Exhale. Walk the feet forward between the hands, coming into a forward fold. Release the head, bring the forehead toward the shins. Feel the release in the shoulders. Pick up your hands. Maybe bring them to your calves for support. Inhale. Press the palms. Straighten the arms flat back. Exhale. Forward fold. And then gently bring your hips down and come down onto your back. See where we are. Oh, yes. Time for the twist. We'll do our twist and we'll move into our guided rest. So come down onto your back. And then bring your knees into your chest. Reach up and squeeze just below the knees. Rock a little side to side. Feel that length. We'll just do a simple twist here. So take your arms out from your shoulders. Bring the knees together over the hips. Inhale, get long through the crown. Exhale, let your knees fall over to the left. Maybe look over your right shoulder. Now, your knees don't even go where they go. Try to keep the thighs and knees together. So maybe they don't come all the way to the floor. That's okay. Try to think about getting long across the front of the body, relaxing that right shoulder, breathing here, allowing any tension that may have gathered in the hips to be released here. We're opening into the back of that right hip and breathing deep. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Inhale here. Exhale here. Full inhalation. Complete exhale. On your next inhale, bring the knees back to center, the head back to center. Align here. And then as you exhale, let both knees drop over to the right. Maybe looking over the left shoulder to the left. And again, you may notice a difference because the organs are different in the body here. Just find your length on the side. Thighs and knees stay together. Maybe move away from the face. Maybe they go down to the floor. Maybe not. Left shoulder is relaxed. We're lengthening across the front of the body, breathing into the lower left hip, releasing any tension here. Kind and gentle. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale here. Exhale here. On your inhale, knees come back to center, head comes back to center. Reach up and grab the knees, squeeze a little bit. Bring your nose toward your knees. Bring yourself into a tight little ball here. Maybe you're hanging your hands to your ankles or your feet. And you take a full inhale here. Gently retain this breath as you squeeze. Tighter as you make that knees come in a little tighter. Nose comes in a little tighter. Squeeze. And then release the legs long. Let the toes fall open. Let the heels move as wide as is comfortable for you on your mat. Let the hands come down by the hips, palms up, lengthen through the crown, and then tilt the pelvic bone to feel the lower spine on the mat. Yes, indeed. Here we are. And then take a moment here to provide yourself with any additional support that you may want in this posture. This is your guided rest posture. This is your integration posture. This is your place of release. So maybe you have an eye cloth. Maybe you have a blanket or a shawl. Maybe you have a bolster. Anything that will provide you even a little bit more support. Maybe just 1% as you settle in to the release. Letting go, you're done. You're done. Be done. Allow yourself to be done. I see that some of you have already been done. Okay, and take advantage of this most auspicious posture in the practice. This is our place of rest, your opportunity to release, to feel into the full support on the backside of the body, to feel yourself being held by gravity, caressed by gravity, hugged by gravity, gently held by gravity on your mat, in your space. Releasing any analysis, any conversation, certainly any certainly any competition. Just want to be for a moment. And just allow yourself to be for a moment. Feeling your support and allowing yourself to be supported. What is it like to be supported in this moment? How does it feel? What is different for you than when you started the practice? Can you feel the shift that your practice has allowed and provided for you? Can you be grateful for the opportunity to practice, the privilege we have to practice? We get to do this. Allow ourselves to be here and to just rest. Just be in rest for a moment. Just a couple minutes to let go of everything. Let go of all your cares and all your fears and all your challenges and all your dreams. Just for a moment to just be. To just allow yourself to be right here. This moment, what a moment. Take a moment to just be. How precious, how wonderful it is to just be. Breath is being gifted to us. No demands on us at this point. No. Our only responsibility and only care here is to allow integration, to allow the effort of the practice, the benefit of the practice to sink into ourselves. The only thing we need to do here is just let go into the silence for the next minute or so. And if perchance you notice that your attention has wandered away, I invite you to bring gratitude to that noticing and then to gently and compassionately return your focus to your breath. On your next inhale, I invite you to begin reacclimating with your body, perhaps wiggling your toes and your fingers, maybe rotating your wrists and your ankles. Continuing that reacclimation to your body, on your next inhale, I invite you to bring your heels toward your hips, your knees toward the ceiling, and to extend your right arm alongside your head so that your bicep frames your ear. Take a moment here to prepare yourself, and only when you are prepared, I invite you to gently roll to your right side, allowing your right arm to cradle your head and neck like a pillow. Take a moment here on your right side to prepare yourself to be upright again. And when you are prepared, and again, only when you are prepared, I invite you to bring your left hand in front of your body and use your left arm to help leverage yourself back into a seated posture. Take a moment here to reacclimate to being seated, finding your seat, rooting into your supports, reestablishing your comfortable seat. And then on your next inhale, I invite you once again to float your hands to your heart in a way that brings awareness to your heart space, and to allow to arise in your heart space perhaps one more thing for which you're grateful. Maybe for your practice, maybe something else, maybe even your practice is over. Anything, but whatever it is that arises for you, see it clearly. And then I invite you to witness yourself in gratitude here. Stay in this place of grateful witness for as long as you like. And as you witness yourself in gratitude in your space, I'll take this opportunity to extend my sense of gratitude to you from this space. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your practice. I'm honored to be here, truly. And as always, I invite you to please, as you rise to go about the rest of your day, please take your gratitude and the echoes of your practice with you, lifting yourself and all that you come into contact with. Have an amazing rest of your day.